welcome back to Tea and Twits, just two girls talking about stuff that we care about. Laura, it's been a hot minute since we've
recorded. Work is a bitch for both of us.
Yeah.
And scheduling.
That's pretty much what it boils down to. It's life was lifing, and we got busy. And when was the last time we recorded? Was it March?
I think
March. It was March.
It has to be March because I don't think playoffs had started yet. Let's see.
No, yeah, it was March because when we were going to record for April, something happened. And then we had the conversation that we're going to have at the end of the episode. And then we decided to record today.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot has happened in
2 months ago, it says?
2 months. Yeah, it was end of March. Lots happened since then.
It feels like longer. I'm not gonna lie, it feels longer. I did not want to open that. I did not want to open that. No, go away. Goodbye. Thank you.
So, Laura, what have you been up to in the last 2 months?
Hockey playoffs?
Yeah.
Hockey playoffs and work.
Anyone that follows your IG sees the hockey playoffs. How are the Panthers doing?
We are currently 3-0 in the finals. They play tonight.
Woo!
We win tonight. We sweep the Oilers and we win the cup. So it's a stressy situation right now. The thing is, it's bittersweet if they sweep because we won't be in the arena. Because they're doing a watch party in the arena. I was at Thursdays, but I was waiting for James to get off work and for us to figure out the weekend to make sure we didn't have anything so that all of us could go. And then my friends and stuff, everyone was like trying to move shit around and other shit. And middle of the day, like it goes out that watch party got sold out. We're all like, how the fuck, first of all?
Oh.
So the in-arena watch party is sold out, and then they also opened the practice facility. So I might still go over there, but the thing is with the practice facility, if you don't get there early, you don't get a table. And I have not had a lazy weekend in a hot minute.
Right.
So I will suffice with sitting on my couch at home, I think. I can cry just as easily at home as I can in the arena or at the other watch party, so it works. But it is what it is. It will be just as hype here as it would be at a watch party. So,
Yeah.
Slightly sucks, but also it's like, no, cool. But yeah, but literally life has been hockey, work, hockey, in general.
Yeah.
And then obviously we did Orlando Informer for my brother's birthday, which was last weekend. Which was fun as fuck. If anyone ever has a chance to do an Orlando Informer event, do it. 100%. Like, honestly, if you guys ever come down, like, with your niece and nephew and, like, everything else, 100% do it. Like, wait for an Informer event and come down for an Informer event. Everything was a ride now. Free food and non-alcoholic drinks. All the snack carts were open. The only things that weren't ride now, which is Velocicoaster, which was a 15-minute, even though it was literally, like, 5 minutes. And Hagrid's, which was like a 45-minute wait. But you get into the park before it closes. So, like, what we did the second day is we got in the park at 6 o'clock, I think, and the park closed at 9.
Yeah.
So we went and waited in the queue for Hagrid's and Velocicoaster and just got those done before the thing even started.
Yeah.
So then you're not wasting your night still waiting in lines. You're doing it before.
Yeah. I would love to go back to Orlando because I've been talking with my mom, like, she's like, we need to do Universal. We need to do Harry Potter World. And I'm like, yes, please. Our only issue, and it's not an issue, but it's a consideration, is for my brother because Harry Potter World and Universal was where he went on his honeymoon.
Fair. Solution.
We want to be respectful.
Solution. Yeah. Wait for Epic Universe to open and you have the new Harry Potter World in there.
Fair. Plus, so we're getting Universal Kids down where I live. It's supposed to be opening 2026, I think.
Oh, that's right. They're doing that weird thing over there.
Yeah. It's all the kids stuff, and I'm like, I'll go to a theme park. It's right down the it's right down the
You're like,
highway from my house.
It's near me. Yes.
Like,
wait until Epic Universe opens next year. It's going to be a little bit of a clusterfuck for like the first year or two, obviously. Mm-hmm. But when Epic Universe opens, it'll be the like Ministry of Magic Paris area over there. Mm-hmm. And then you'll have the Dark Universe area, which is all the classic monsters. You'll have How to Train Your Dragon Universe. You'll have Super Mario Land too.
Nice. I've been watching videos of Super Mario Land out in it's in California, isn't it? Isn't that the first one? Yeah.
They had the first one out in Japan, I believe. And then they get it brought out to California, and then now over here is going to be almost a carbon copy of Japan, if I remember correctly, because we're also inside Super Mario Land is going to have Donkey Kong Country. So we're going to have a Donkey Kong ride and stuff like that too.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited for our family vacation. We're finally getting stuff settled for that. So.
Oh, yay. Have you guys decided where you're going?
Well, we're doing staycation this year.
Okay.
So my brother and his kids are coming down here because we're trying to do it every other year. We do like a big out vacation, and then we do a family or like a staycation.
Okay, that works.
Just to kind of save on money and we'll have more chill. So last year was Disney. This year is a staycation. So I know we're doing the stockyards. I know we're doing a couple of other things because I felt my dad planned that. And then my dad, I love my dad. He is so OCD prepared. He has an itinerary for the entire week.
I shouldn't be laughing because my brother and I did the same thing for Informer. We literally got into the hotel and sat on the beds for like 45 minutes, went through the map and everything, and made a whole fucking list.
Because it's only because my dad had to buy tickets and book stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's had to do that. So he's like, I've planned out the pool days when we're at the pool by our house, and then I've planned the outing days when we're going out places. But I know when we go to the stockyards, we're actually taking the train in because they've got a train through Grapevine.
Got it.
So it'll be a good experience for the kids. But there's one other thing, and we'll talk offline.
Got it.
Off podcast about
surprising things that you can't say online.
Yeah. I know things, but I'm not allowed to say things.
Love that. That's always fun.
Not that my parents or my brother will ever watch this, but just to cover.
It'll be the one thing they fucking watch.
just to CYA. I'm not gonna say it on here, but
true.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. My vacation time finally got approved through work last week, and I took a picture of it, and I'm like, my vacation got approved because I have been so. Here's the fun thing. I'm gonna rant on my soapbox for half.
Do it.
So with my job, they told me when I applied, or when I interviewed, that the first 6 months, I could not take any time off.
Yeah,
it was not allowed per the guidelines for my job. And then said after that, you're able to take PTO, whatever, because I accrue 8 hours of PTO and 8 hours of sick pay every month.
Dang.
I know, it's so good.
I say dang as I've literally in 6 months accumulated over 40 hours of PTO, so.
Normally, like I, at my last job was only getting 5.5, and then I could only carry over 40 hours a year. This job, I carry over as much as I want.
Oh, that's so nice.
I don't have to use everything, which is really good. So if I want to go on, like, let's say, I eventually get in a relationship, get married, get pregnant, I can just bank all of that hours into maternity and take off as much maternity as I want.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, but going into this, I started having this conversation with my interim supervisor back in end of February, early March. And I said, hey, I've got family vacation coming up in July. I'm trying to take off this date to this date. And it was originally the Friday before my brother was getting there, and then through the Monday after. Mm-hmm. So it was taking off of like a full eight or nine. No, I was taking off 7 days, technically for business days. And she goes, you're not allowed to do that. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, for the first year, you guys can only take 3 days off, and it's usually a 3-day weekend that we don't allow it. It would have to go up to our program director.
Excuse you.
And I'm like, I was never told that. And I asked everyone else in my unit, and they're like, we were never told that. So I don't know if it was just her saying that or whatever, but I finally got a new supervisor, thankfully. talked to her about my PTO, and she goes, "Yeah, go ahead and put it in. I'll approve it, and then we'll deal with everything else later." I'm like, okay. So I put it in, and it waited like a week or so, and I finally got the approval last week. She approved all of that. I'm like,
that's good.
yes. So I'm so happy about that, because I'm like, my mental health has not been great lately.
Yeah. It's like, do you want me to survive this job?
Oh yeah, that's literally what it is, because I've realized since I got this job, and even through training, I think a little bit before training started, even my mental health has started declining quite a bit.
Well, yeah,
to the point where, I mean, for those that haven't listened to us for over the last 5.5 years, I have major depressive disorder with dysthymic tendencies. So I'm always kind of at a below baseline for my happiness, and then it just dips really bad. And I have generalized anxiety disorder. So the last probably 8 months, my depressive episodes have gotten way more severe, to the point where it's hard for me to get out of bed or to do anything that I like for almost 2.5 weeks at a time. And then I'll come back up. But then my panic attacks have been getting more severe, to the point where I can't shake them like I used to. And it came to a head this last weekend with stuff that came up for work, that I was answering stuff on my work phone when I shouldn't have been. I should have just left it alone. And I was in a panic attack for almost 5 hours.
Ugh.
And I couldn't shake it.
That's
so
always
I finally
the worst.
I took my anti-anxiety, and then I knocked out. But I called my doctor, and I'm like, I need to get my medication reevaluated, please.
Yeah, no, especially when you start a new job and everything else. Especially with what you do, it's yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I had my doctor's appointment Thursday.
Okay.
I got my antidepressant bumped from 50 milligrams to 100 for the one that I'm on.
Okay.
And then she said, we'll see how it goes until I go back to her in September for my physical. And I told her, I'm like, if my panic attacks haven't improved by that point, she's going to start prescribing me 0.25 milligrams of Xanax to take daily. And I'm like, I don't really want to prefer to be on Xanax, because I know how bad that one is.
That's also not like a solution. That should be a as needed, like, medication, not daily.
Yeah, and it's only because the panic attacks have been getting so severe that I needed something that's not going to knock me out, and my current anti-anxiety does. Literally, I take it in 10 minutes, I'm zonked.
Do you take it daily, or do you take it as needed?
It's as needed, but it's also as needed for insomnia, because it knocks me flat on my ass.
Yeah, I feel like... Sorry, my brain is literally going to... It makes more sense to have you on an anti-anxiety that you take daily that's not Xanax, which is a thing. There's multiple medications, and there are some that work with the depression also, so it will be a twofold medication instead of two different medications.
And that's the other thing. Why do I have tape right there? And that's the other thing, because currently I'm on Prestige, which is supposed to be managing both my depression and my anxiety. Yeah. But I've also been on the 50 milligram for almost 3 years. So I'm getting immune to it. Yeah, because... you probably finally got that resolved. Yeah,
that would do it.
So, but other than that, I've had other life stuff happen where interpersonal relationships have changed. Yeah. And what else have I done? A lot of financial stuff has changed, and I can't go into that at the moment on here. I can talk to you about it later, but there's just been a lot changing. But I still love my job.
That's good.
I'm just busier than hell right now, which is interesting because school's already out, so you'd think it would change just a tiny bit. It has a little bit, but I had to work overtime last weekend. Like, I had to go out on Saturday to try and get some stuff done, and I'm like, I don't want to be out right now.
That's fair, especially because I know it's hot as fuck over here, but it's probably just as hot over there.
Oh, it's so bad. I've had to run, like, I don't have fans every room, like ceiling fans. So like I have my kitchen ceiling fan going, my living room one going, my bedroom, and then I have an oscillating fan over here that just runs constantly. Otherwise my condo gets hot as hell.
Well, yeah, it's like I have a tower fan and like the regular fan on in my room like 24/7.
Yeah.
I only turn it off like when I know I'm not going to be home for a little bit, just because I don't want to waste the electricity. But
Yeah.
also, it's been raining like all holy hell this week.
Oh yeah.
So it's been more humid than normal, which is not great for heat retention in any way, shape, or form. But also, we've essentially been kicked out of our office since like Wednesday.
Oh no!
Wednesday was okay. It's getting real bad outside. Like go home. Like if you can, like go home and finish out the day at home. I was gonna stay just because my ride was like, nah, I can get out. I've been here like that before. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And literally not even half an hour after most people leave, my one manager, I guess, finishes his meeting. And he's like, okay, you got two options. Either I'm calling you an Uber home or I'm driving you home myself. I'm like, I can take an Uber. It's fine. I'll call one now. He's like, no, I'll call one. They'll reimburse me. I was like, okay. So I went home, and then Thursday, I got up, got dressed, got ready as normal to go to work. Literally, my ride was already on their way. I get a text, like, 10 minutes before, like, not even 10 minutes before they're supposed to show up, like, oh, by the way, like, there was communication that went out, like, you can stay home and work from home if you want. Let me know what you decided to do. It was like, well, I'm already ready, and my ride's about 5 minutes away, so I'm going to the office. And then I left the office at like 2:30 to come home because it was about ready to get real bad again. And then everyone yesterday had a work from home day because it was like, okay, you get like this is another option day, like because as everyone was driving home, we all were in like our group chat, like sharing pictures and stuff. Where one of my friends lives, he literally like up to like if I was standing, it would be up to like my waist, like that's how high the water is. He's like, if I continued to drive, my car would have been totaled.
Yeah,
like
you guys have got like hurricane weather coming in.
Yeah, well, it has not been raining a lot, and June 1st hit, and there was like no afternoon storm or anything, which like concerned me greatly because giant fucking weather nerd for Florida because of literally everything, because science. And it got real bad, and then all the shark attacks happened last week, and I went, we're gonna get fucked, aren't we?
Yeah.
Proceeds to get fucked literally not even 5 days later.
When all the sharks start coming inland, that's an issue.
That means the waters are real bad. I know there was also other rumors of there being like a pack of orcas or like some other type whale that they were scared of. However, migration patterns don't make sense for that. But the water temperature does, because they come more inland when it gets hotter out there, and then no one takes precautions because they're stupid as fuck and don't understand bull sharks. Sorry, all the news of being like, oh my god, there's been more
rant about animals and weather.
Animals and weather, especially in Florida, have so much correlation that no one gets. Truly, like you can see it in how like the birds fly around. You can see it in like when ants start coming in more than normal, or if they're like moving their like ant hills more toward like the sides of houses as opposed to like the middle of the ground.
Speaking of bugs, I need to rant for half a second.
Go.
So with the ants coming in, I don't have an ant issue. I have millipedes.
That's so bad, and I hate that for you.
Yeah, so this happened last year. It wasn't as bad, but when it started getting hotter in the spring and like towards the end of summer, I start getting millipedes coming in because the millipedes thrive in wet, cool environments. So the soil that's like right outside of my bedroom window or right outside of my living room window. This spring and summer, however, it's been horrible. It got to the point where they were everywhere, and I was having just to wear shoes constantly to kill them. And the bad thing about millipedes is when you squish them, they have a natural defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Which is they release a smell that smells like almonds, which is actually cyanide. So if dogs eat enough of them, they will die. So having to try and kill them before Brooklyn gets them has been a thing. So now, all around my apartment, I look like a crackhead. Because all on my baseboards, I have white powder. But
that wasn't a question. Did you get the powder?
It's bug insecticide. And it's been killing them because I'll find the dead ones curled up on my floor sporadically. So all I have to do is sweep them up or vacuum and throw them away. But there's some that will show up on my ceiling that haven't touched the powder. So they're coming in from another source. And I know what source it is.
It's your AC.
They're coming in because, and I talked to my HOA about this, when they fixed my HVAC last year and fixed the water leak, they didn't dry it out.
What?
So it's wet, which is where they thrive. So they're coming through my vents. And because they didn't mitigate the water thing, I had mold growing in my bathroom around my air vents. So I had to clean that the other day.
What the fuck?
And I had to show them. So I'm like, I need you guys to come mitigate the water because there's still moisture up there because I'm getting millipedes that are coming in through the cracks in the wall.
It's not that hard to do.
Up there.
It's not that hard to do. They literally just put something in the fucking vent that runs for like 3 days and then it dries everything.
Yeah, you'd think they would have done that when they fixed the HVAC last time. They didn't. Because they were so fucking tired of me yelling at them going, I need this fixed, that they just came out, fixed it, and left.
Stupid fucking
And
idiots.
I have begged the prop manager for almost 2 months to have someone come out, spray the outside of the building, and spray in my unit for millipedes. Now, what I found out is the last guy that they contracted to do all the bug stuff would just send them invoices, wouldn't come out.
That tracks.
He said that he came out and sprayed, and he never did because the millipedes are still coming in.
Yeah.
But I also found out I'm not the only unit that has a millipede problem.
Everyone band together.
There's these two other units that have complained. So they're doing specialty stuff for ours and then spraying everywhere else, and they're spraying for mosquitoes. I'm like, oh, thank God, because my legs are covered in mosquito bites.
Which, again, would be the fucking water in your vent.
Yeah. So that's my rant on bugs. Is I have tried, literally, I look like a crackhead because of that, and then I look like I am I just look like I'm insane because if you look at my back door, you can kind of see it at the top. That door is taped shut.
No, that's completely understandable. That's completely understandable to me.
That door is completely taped shut. All of my windows are taped shut because I found out that 2 of my windows, one in the front and one in the back, can't close all the way. The window physically won't go down, and I broke one of the windows trying to push it down.
What the fuck?
So I had to tape them shut. So every one of my windows is taped shut. I can't open them. And all my windows are plexiglass. So they're like plastic.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I'm living in a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate this.
You're living in, like, birds, but millipedes. Like.
Yes. Essentially, yes.
That sucks. I hate that.
And it's horrifying.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for the palmetto bugs to come back, and I'm not looking forward to it. We had, like, 1 or 2 happen, and then we have not had any since, because we sprayed, like, holy hell between all the doors and windows.
Yeah.
I actually have to redo my window, because if it gets real bad, like, rainy and shit, to where there's a lot of standing water in the back, they'll somehow crawl into my window, and I don't know how they get in. And then, because my desk is on the window, and then my bed is obviously also on the window. So last year I literally came in to literal ants in my bed, and my sheets are black. All of my pillowcases are black. Thank God it's just like black sugar ants and like shit like that. But it's also like, I'm not sleeping in here, and good night, I'll die.
Yeah, I've going back to the millipede thing. I've had millipedes crawl on my face during the night. Yeah, right. And I've hit them, and then all I can smell is that cyanide. And I'm like, well, now I had to get up, wash my hands, completely wash my face again, and then I can't go back to sleep. So I'm running on 3 hours of sleep going into work, and I'm like, this is fine.
I hate that.
Great.
I hate that for you.
So, in conclusion, bugs are evil.
In other words, we don't like bugs. Bugs are evil. Stay outside where you belong, not inside my goddamn home.
Correct. Especially not in my bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh. Okay, I hated that conversation whatsoever.
So let's diverge. Let's get into, what people may have saw on the
the title
thumbnail.
card? Yeah. I said title card
Yeah.
even though I meant thumbnail. They started with T's. I went with it.
I mean, title card works too. So, after 5.5 seasons,
Ugh. Is it
and
five?
a
Six?
lot of...
Are we on
We're
6?
on season 6. Yeah, this is season 6.
Time is a construct. Okay.
It is. And after a lot of conversation back and forth between ourselves, we've come to the mutual conclusion that our lives have gotten a lot busier since, we first started this podcast. When we first started, we were both working from home.
Yeah.
It was easier for us to be able to...
Our schedules were set.
Set out time to record. And now that we're both working out of the house and we have other life stuff going on, we've come to the
conclusion.
Thank you. We've come to the conclusion that this is going to be our last podcast. That's kind of why, the title card, the thumbnail says that this is our final curtain call, and I decided, because I'm the emo shithead that I am, I put a Fall Out Boy and a My Chemical Romance.
You're
quote
fine. I already was going to title the YouTube video So Long and Good Night, so...
Yes! That's why I made yours green. I made yours the MCR quote.
We do realize that we're both emo fucks.
I know! So, I figure, for our last episode, we can kind of go over, maybe some fun memories that we've had that while we've been making the show... just
me
kind of
thinks in contemplation because I did not know this was going to be a thing.
I know. I didn't prep you for a specific reason because I kind of just thought of this last minute because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I didn't prep you for this specific reason. What, for me to be confused as fuck? Yeah, that tracks, actually. If I don't plan something, then yeah, that's it. That tracks.
Yeah. So, I'm going to pull up our...
Me goes to literally pull up all of our podcasts.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up our list because... Oh, dear. Now I have to log into it. Why did I not do this?
Oh, I'm just going through Spotify and hoping for the best. There we go.
No.
I love how one of the first ones that comes up is one that we did last year, and it's the Who Is Your Wrestling Daddy. Honestly, if any of us ever get jobs in any type of media space, this is going to come back to haunt us. Because I know for a fact we've had 2, if not 3 episodes of Who Is Daddy in any general sense. So we did the wrestling one last year. We did another one a few years ago. And then we also did like my hockey depression one. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, where I was showing you pictures and we had to rate them.
Yeah, I remember that.
That 100% will come back to haunt me if I do anything in hockey whatsoever. Let's see. All episodes. Let's start by oldest. Let's see what happens.
Well, now it's not even letting me in that, so that's gonna be a fun issue for me later.
Literally, our second ever episode, A Day in the Life of the Fangirl. Literally, is...
I remember that. Oh no! Why won't you let me? It's not letting me look at anything on our Spotify, so that's fun.
Just log in like regular. Just do not even.
No, it's because Spotify for podcasters changed.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I haven't done anything for it.
I have. Just go in, just search Tea and Twits like through a regular Spotify thing, and that'll work. Because that's how I'm doing it. Because I'm not on the podcaster one. Because that requires me opening another window on my computer.
Well, I already had to open it, but now it's not even showing me any of our stuff. Anyway, so yeah, let's just go through our podcast. You have the list up, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you want me to go from oldest to newest?
Yeah, you go through the through the list.
Our first episode was January 4th of 2019. I forgot we went through a pandemic on this too.
Yeah, this is right before the No.
This is literally
wait.
a year and a half before the pandemic. Pandemic was March of 2020.
Oh, no, that's right, because it's not going to show any of our stuff before we got onto Anchor.
Correct.
Because we were on Anchor first. So that one I think I do have.
19, 20,
That one
21,
should
22, 23, 24. No.
'Cause
6 years?
We
2019. This shows even the Anchor stuff. It ported. Because 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 6.
okay, yeah.
Me thinking math, again, time is a social construct, guys.
Time is very much a social construct.
Yeah. I love that our first thing is titled What the Hell Happened, which tracks.
That one was the Tumblr episode.
That was the Tumblr
That's why we
episode when all the
started it.
changes happened.
Oh, God.
And then we did Day in the Life of a Fangirl as episode 2 to piggyback off of all the Tumblr stuff so that we can get into what all fandoms we're in.
Yeah.
Because gaming to wrestling to... Back then I wasn't as into hockey either, which is insane to me. Because I got into hockey during COVID. Like,
That's
heavily
true.
into hockey during
Forgot
COVID.
about that. Yeah. There we go. Now I have all the lists.
Now you got it? Cool.
Yep. I like...
Oh,
I
our
like
ship
how
episode!
On the app, it shows our old logo for the very first podcast, and then it switches.
And then it switched. Yeah, I don't get it. I just accept it and move on.
Yeah. So then we got hearts, chocolates, and ships.
Oh.
That was when we were... Oh, God. Was I dating that guy then? I can't even remember.
You were dating someone. I can't remember if it was that year or the year after that.
I don't know. There was a lot of shit that happened that year.
Yep. Yeah, but that one was like all of our ship episodes. Can I help you?
Yeah,
Sorry,
who
I just
we
got a
shipped.
notification from the Florida Panthers. Give me a sec. Nope, okay. I was double checking that they're like, hey, more watch party tickets.
And then we got Much Ado About Medieval Fairs, because then we were talking about our
Ren
Renaissance
fairs.
stuff.
All of our Ren Fair
Yeah.
days.
I miss doing that. Like, I miss going, like, being a Renaissance performer so badly, but at the same time, like, I don't have the time or the brain space to do it.
For me, it's more like this year was the first year I didn't even go. Like, not even
Yeah.
for a single day. And it was like, it was more of a, I have no urge to do this. Like, do I miss it? To an extent, yes. But it's also,
Yeah.
I've grown so much. Like, from when I started doing Ren Fair stuff when I was, I think, 11. And
Yeah.
I continued all the way until I was 22, I think, 23, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's, it just,
Yeah.
weird.
Like,
COVID changed a lot,
like,
and I know that's a cop-out
did
answer
change
to
a
a
lot.
degree, but the last fair I ever, like, worked was the COVID year. Was literally where we had to have COVID, like, COVID canceled the fair in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Like, I went to Scarborough for all of an hour this year because it was pissing down rain. I got to see Jacques the
tracks.
Whipper, which is fun. But it was pissing down rain, and I got soaked, and we ended up having to leave because I was with my parents. So I got to experience it for a little bit, but I think next year, I think my parents are good. My dad at least wants to go back because he's like, this was really cool. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping by next year I'll actually have my pirate garb back.
Nice.
Because I need new corsets. I need smaller stuff because
Yeah.
after the surgery, like, nothing fits.
That's fair. That is fair.
And we did.
WrestleMania weekend, back when I was, like, super into wrestling.
Yeah.
We traded one obsession for the other, and I kind of like hockey better than wrestling to a degree. Ugh.
Speaking of wrestling, today is actually Clash at the Castle starts at 12:30. So 1:30 your time.
Fuck, Le Mans started. Fuck. Sorry, racing. Anyone who understands racing in a general direction. Again, back when I was not that into racing. Cause
Yeah, you got into you got into hockey and racing during pandemic years.
well, I had watched it periodically, and I guess I had more time to actually research into it. Then it went heavy into it, which is so weird to me But yeah, no, it's 24 hours of Le Mans, so I have to tune into that at some point to see where everyone is at. I don't even know what team I'm supporting this year. It's more been, I hope everyone has fun except for that one fuck. It's literally been my 24-hour Le Mans, guys.
Jeez. And then we did Soundtrack of Our Lives. So that was
our music artists and our music tastes.
Yeah. Which have also changed. So as we've
I honestly have no clue what even I said during that.
I don't know either, and I am scared to go back and listen to that.
So am I. So am I. Topical, our first Pride episode.
Yep. And we had Logan and Adam on for that.
Yeah. Well, you did, because I think I was in the middle of something else. I had something, so you were like, okay, cool, I'll bring them in.
No, you were with us.
I was?
You were on that one, yeah. There was another one that you had something to do.
Oh, I think it was like the next year or something.
I brought Logan on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helpful smiles with murder in our eyes. Oh, our customer service lives.
Yep.
Still having to do that, but more in a corporate sense now.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Yeah.
You in more of a law sense now.
Yeah, more than anything. We love our mouse overlord. My God.
This changed so much. Holy shit. Because now I'm not a Disney person whatsoever. I'm a Universal girl.
Yeah.
Especially with all the shit Disney's fucking done in the last however many years.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was your 21st birthday.
That was post 21.
You were drinking around the world at Epcot. That's
no.
Did you not? I thought
I did. We drank around Animal Kingdom for mine. Because I'm not an Epcot girly. I'm an Animal Kingdom girly. So, oh, wow. Yeah, no, we did drink around the world at Animal Kingdom, and then we did brunch at California Grill, the old style, to where it was like all you can eat style and unlimited mimosas. Yep. And the mimosas were all champagne with some boba, like popping boba in it.
Ooh, I remember that. Yeah.
So I got completely done, and then I napped for like the rest of the day.
I find this next one really ironic because we literally did it on 9/11.
I did not realize we did this on 9/11.
I didn't either.
Wow.
This was the National Suicide Awareness Month. Oh my God.
How did we not realize that?
I don't know. This is another one we had Adam on.
Yeah. Oh God. I love how the spookiest time of the year has a completely different logo than anything else on it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that either. But this one was what did we just all things spooky. What were our best Halloween memories?
Our best Halloween memories, what our Halloween plans were, all of that jazz.
I remember that. I told you about when my brother and I used to scare little kids dressing up as the Tiki God and running around our house.
Oh, BuzzFeed quizzes.
Pick an animal. We'll tell you what your fruit you are. My God.
Honestly, anytime we did like the BuzzFeed quizzes or any game like that is kind of iconic to me. Because also like the last couple of years we've been doing like the Wikipedia like down the rabbit hole one, which oof.
I love those Wikipedia ones. And then we got into Christmas.
Oh yeah, and our holiday traditions and all that jazz.
And all that jazz. I love it. Yeah, talking about our holiday traditions and guilty pleasures. We didn't start doing Christmas presents for us two on camera till later on, didn't we? Because we used to do it with all the guys. Yeah, no, I think we started doing ours 2 years ago. I think year after COVID, something like that. Because then we did something to where we would have our thing with the guys, and then we would do something separate with us too. Yeah. All right. Animals, anniversaries, and Star Wars. Oh my. Yes. Talked about quick fire opinions and questions about Star Wars. Was this when the Star Wars hotel was getting built? Was that what we were talking about? I don't even know. It had to be. This is into pandemic. No, this is the start of the pandemic. This is 2 months before pandemic. Yeah. No, that movie didn't come out.
Something had to have come out Star Wars wise. Something had to have happened.
I almost think it was the hotel. I think that was around the time. It should have been. I don't remember.
When did?
And then you're gonna Google it. I went and donated blood yesterday. They gave me like 6 cups.
They quite legitimately. 2022 was when it first opened, so they had to have like announced it. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Announced.
Wait, when did Rogue One come out?
No, April 17th. 2017 was when they announced it. It opened in 22.
When did Rogue One come out?
2016.
I think that may have been what we were talking about.
2016. Star Wars.
Maybe we were just on a Star Wars kick.
Rise of Skywalker, I think.
That might have been it. I don't remember. I've slept since 2020.
I've slept since 20. Yeah, that tracks. Oh, I think it was Rise of Skywalker, because Rise of Skywalker was like December of 2019. We didn't get to talk about it until January.
Oh yeah,
I think
we pre-recorded that episode. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
That makes sense. All right, utterly Twitter-pated, talking about our childhood crushes. I remember that, and I remember Shigo being on both of our lists.
Shigo was on both of our lists. Oh my god, I wonder, do I still have these Google Docs? Because that'll be fucking hilarious. Because, again, type A personality people, I made lists for fucking everything. resume, bracelet ideas, podcast 2023. When we did our book club, that's 2021. Most likely.
I remember the book club. I still haven't finished that book.
Senior.
It's still on my bookshelf.
No, the next one the one that I have that I can see is the March Bad Pig. So that'll be next.
Yeah, which was Women's History Month and taking care of yourself. So we're talking about some of the best icons for women in history, and then why self-care was important.
Yeah. That has to be the one older one. The fuck?
The one with quarantine madness? What the hell?
That was when we were losing our fucking minds.
Some stories we have about our adventures into the outside and how Marvel is keeping our sanity alive. That was when we were doing the Marvel watch party, because I hadn't seen any of the movies.
Yes, because
I remember all of us stopping at... We all stopped at when we were supposed to start watching Hulk, and then no one wanted to pick it back up. And then I just watched the rest of them on my own as I
Correct, yeah. Around the world in 80 days.
Quarantine has us going so crazy, so we decided to talk about places we've been and places we want to go once we're free.
And then June, our first Wikipedia challenge. I think I won that.
Yeah, it always went back and forth between us, because we did a whole bunch of them. Like, I loved Wikipedia. It's Florida Man Thursday. You can't make the shit up.
Bow, bow. Oh, this is when I had COVID.
Yep. So I didn't get COVID until later that year.
Yeah, no, I got COVID because of my brother's job. So for people who have not listened to us a long time, my brother works in a funeral home. Mm-hmm. And COVID was a particular situation, especially in our household, because it was, even when it was like getting, I don't want to say safer, but when it was like, you can go outside a little more and stuff like that, we were extra careful because at some time, Florida being Florida, essentially said, oh, we're not going to have this marked as a COVID body or whatever for whatever reason, and then they weren't showing up in the proper precautions. So there were a number of cases that came through to where the body was positive for COVID, but it wasn't treated like COVID, I guess, because death tolls numbers, whatever political shit you want to put onto it. Literally, it was so bad. And then there was still, like, pared down funerals happening. So there were people in and out. It was horrible. So we literally in our house were treating it so serious, but because still had to go into work, still had to do all those stuff. Like, thankfully, I literally worked around 2 people at a time. And even when I was around them, I was being as careful as I possibly could because they're older and I wasn't going to fuck them up. So we got COVID just because purely of my brother's job. And it wasn't like going out partying, nothing like that. It was strictly because, like, we knew it wasn't to be inevitable. Like, there's no way you can't when you have that quantity of people around you, and when the state isn't giving you PPE appropriately and all of that, it's inevitable. But we were thankful that it hit us to a degree, as opposed to some of the other families that he worked with.
Right.
Like the other people he worked with. Just because we could deal with it. Whereas we kind of know how to get around it, and then obviously we talk to doctors later on, and they yell at us, being like, "You should have went to the hospital." Because it was no joke, because this was also in the height of everything being bad. Like, hospitals were still like code red, like no room for anyone at the inn. Easiest way to put it.
It was literally I Am Legend outside.
Like,
it was horrible, because I remember 2020. I got sick in January, went and got tested, and they said it was influenza B, which doesn't happen. And I remember being so sick. I was still working though, because I was working from home. And then later I got better, and then later that year I got COVID officially, because that January, we think it was COVID that I tested for, but they didn't have the correct test at the time because they didn't know what was going on. So when I got COVID at the end of the year, it racked my body because I got COVID and pneumonia at the same time.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I was quarantined in my room for 2-3 weeks. I couldn't work. I physically couldn't get out of bed.
No, like you could barely like pick up a phone to text. Like you were down, like you were down.
Yeah, I remember taking a shower and getting so dizzy I almost hit my head in the shower and passed out. It was horrible, and I would not wish that upon anyone. Okay, so we're back into August of 2020. Instagram thirsty thoughts. My adventures with the quote-unquote military thoughts that decide to slide into my DMs on Instagram, which I haven't had one in a while. The last one I had was a sugar daddy that I just delete them. I don't even engage anymore because I'm so over it.
That's fair. I've had a few pop up on my TikTok recently that I just don't interact with. Or it's like Instagram now actually like filters like messages that come in from people you don't know. And they all go to my spam, so occasionally I'll look at it and be like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's also hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of TikTok, September was TikTok and tattoos. Apparently we paid tribute to a great American trailblazer. I don't even know who we talked about.
Hopefully it's who died in September of 2020. I don't want that.
And we jumping down the rabbit hole into TikToks and tattoos. I think just talking about the tattoos we have and the tattoos we want to get.
That was what that was.
Great American trailblazer. Who would have died?
It was either died or something else.
I don't remember.
Tommy DeVito. Deaths in September of 2020.
Because it would have been someone that impacted both of us.
Was there a wrestler that died?
There's been a whole bunch of wrestlers that have died.
That's honest. Very, very true.
But
Game Brits.
I part of me wants to listen to it. The other part goes,
I don't want to hear my voice. Okay, a lot of people died in September of 2020. I'm not going through this list. I refuse. I refuse.
The pandemic. It's not worth it. And then we had a 2-episode of Spooky Month.
Oh, yes. Because we did one that was just, like, spooky in general. So, like, I think this one we talked about, like, our favorite witches and, like, stuff like that.
Favorite
ghost stories.
Ghost stories. And some background on All Hallows Eve.
I
And then we
did.
The second one was talking about Jack the Ripper, and if he was a woman.
Oh yeah, all those theories that I came up with or found.
Well, that was around the time that documentary came out, saying
Yes.
like, it's possible that Jack the Ripper was a
Yes,
woman.
yes, yes. 30-day challenge
All right.
fails and successes. I don't even remember what my 30-day challenge was.
I remember what mine was.
What was yours?
I wanted to learn Italian in 30 days.
Oh my god, that's right. What was mine? Holy shit.
I think yours was books. I think your goal was to read a certain number of books in that time.
It
You
had
got
to
still
be.
busy with some stuff.
And then we clicked
that's
to
what-
2021 where I read like 200 and something books.
So, yep. I think that's what kickstarted that, though.
I think COVID in general kickstarted a lot of that because
Yeah.
TikTok and book talk and all that jazz.
Yeah, so that November episode was just before I got sick with COVID, because I got sick right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And will Laura become the overlord of the world?
Who's most likely to?
So we did it. We still have that spreadsheet because I saw that the other day.
I
was
have
looking
that.
at Google
I have
Docs.
that somewhere. Oh my god, wait, I need to see this.
So it was us, and then we were talking about the guys.
Sheets. Twits most likely to.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. Pick a number 2 through 195.
103.
Who's most likely to forget where they parked their car?
Adam.
Where the fuck did that just go? I put Joe. And I think you put Serena? No. My color
That would
system.
track.
My color system's fucked up, but same still applies.
Yeah, that would track. We haven't even talked to Serena in, gosh, almost 2 years at this point.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to find one that's most hilarious right now. Oh, read every book in the school library. We both said me. That tracked.
Yeah.
Rule the world. We both also said me. I'm trying to see one where we both said you.
You would rule the world, and I would be right by your side trying to dictate with you.
Yeah.
I think is what that conversation.
That is what it is. And then watch a horror movie alone at night. Obviously, was me. Oh, scare off a burglar. We both put you.
Say that again.
Scare off a burglar because of the swords and shit. Because you just have one right next to you.
Oh yeah, that was right when Joe gave me the sword for Christmas.
Yeah. And
I
then
remember that.
my favorite ones is that we both went Megan/Laura for Scream at a Spider. And then we both went Remain Calm During a Storm, me and Logan, because that tracked.
Florida.
Move to a different country was you.
Yeah, because I want to get out of this country.
Lock their keys in their car were also you.
Because I've done that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
my
That was an
God.
interesting episode because it really got us thinking. Like, who would do all that shit?
That was insane. Okay. Dang.
Alright.
See, this is
So,
what I
then we
like when I can see, like, stuff again, because...
Yeah.
Dang. I have a book spreadsheet I have not fucking... Oh, my God. Okay. Sorry, back to here.
We get into 2021. Jar Jar Binks is where on your list?
Oh, the top 10s! Oh, my God, please tell me...
You put Jar Jar Binks so far up your list, and I got so angry because I'm like, why?
Oh, my God. Please tell me I have this somewhere. Oh, my God. October...
I don't even remember. Do I even have that list?
Most likely to
wonder.
podcast, untitled document. It had to have been a sheet. It had to have. Either that or, oh no. Was this one of the ones I did on a Word document and then I lost it when my computer got corrupted?
Potentially.
That's most likely.
I don't even have it on my list, or on my Well, it's not in there. Maybe it's in sheets.
It's not in my sheets. Oh, owned by anyone, owned by me. Let me do that. That'll help slightly better. Oh, my Am I the Asshole stories that I found. Holiday traditions around the world, incorrect quotes, past podcast thing, 2021.
Yep, it's not in my thing. Well, that sucks.
I can't find it in mine either. Oh, it's so upsetting.
Well, that's sad. Anyway, I just remember, I think that was, yeah, I was screaming at you, why is Jar Jar Binks so high up on your list?
Yeah, no, that is what it was.
It was the top 10s of Star Wars, like our favorite Star Wars.
It was something like that, and you were very upset that I think Jar Jar was like my top like 3 or 4, and you were very concerned about that for me.
Yeah.
Nailed it or failed it. Come watch us cook.
Oh no!
You guys want to go relive that experience? I mean, that is when Chef Mike
started the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chef Mike is the only one that has liked that video, and he started following our channel after that.
R.I.P. Don't ruin my nostalgia with bad reboots.
Yep.
The ones we weren't allowed to watch and the ones we did watch, all that jazz.
Yeah, and why people just decide to reboot things and then make it 10 times worse.
Oh, here's another podcast that may potentially ruin a career. It's probably a good thing that this list didn't include animals, which is literally us giving list of different people we simp over. I'm very afraid to read this or listen to it.
I know what this one was, because it goes back to cartoon characters.
It did go back to that.
We were very concerned because we would have put Robin Hood on there and Simba.
Yeah. I have a feeling I think Sidney Crosby is on this list. I'm not positive, but I have a feeling that Sidney Crosby is on this list. I both love him and hate him, and we'll leave that at that. Our book club.
We had book club. Like I said, I still have not finished that book. It is still on my shelf.
I have finished that book. It was a good book.
It was a good book for the half of it that I read. The Beauty of a Live Show. This month they're talking about live
concerts,
shows we've been to,
sporting events,
sports, and theater.
Love that.
Oh yeah, that was because we were still stuck in the house because nothing was happening.
Yeah, because nothing was happening.
Yeah, vague descriptions, aka it's Megan's birthday month. Oh, 1 sentence descriptions, no adjectives or adverbs, 3 hints. I remember that one.
That one was fun.
Yeah, that was a good one. We didn't revisit it. Well, we did kind of because we did the 531.
Yeah,
which became a TikTok trend.
Oh, that's right. The next podcast that if I ever go into any NHL media will be an issue. Generic pretty NHL players, aka it's Laura's birthday month, and this is where this stemmed from a TikTok also. I just hit my mic. This stemmed from a TikTok also of people sending their friends pictures of NHL players and having them being rated 1 through 10. So I'm currently looking at the PowerPoint I did. The title of this PowerPoint is presenting Laura saw a TikTok and thought this would be a good idea, NHL edition. Honorable mention,
and I would say if they were pretty or not.
Yeah, and then you rate them. Honorable mention is this is probably the prettiest photo I could find of Sidney Crosby. Damn. Leon Draisaitl, you are on my shit list right now for punching my captain in the face. Oh, Nolan, I miss you. Back when Matthew Tkachuk was still a Calgary Flame and not on my Florida Panthers. Bucky, Benny. Oh my God. Okay. That's a trip.
And then we go to Tales from Across the Pond, Megan's Study Abroad Adventures. We never did do a part 2 on that. I don't even remember where we left off.
I don't either. I
still have so many stories, though. So many things I could tell.
That's fair.
I just need to figure out where we stopped.
Yeah. And then the October podcast of serial killers again.
I now have both of those anthologies for serial killers.
Yeah, I bought them both for you. So that's the one we did. I'm literally looking at the thing. We did H.H. Holmes, Harold Shipman, a.k.a. Dr. Death, Lonnie David Franklin Jr., aka Grim Sleeper, and then the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, which then from then to now they've somehow figured out the Zodiac-ish. Someone cracked the cipher.
Allegedly.
Finally, but allegedly. All right, into the depths of Reddit. Am I the asshole? Story time. I remember that. I was sitting out in my car doing that because my mom was still working and I couldn't
that's
record
right.
in the house.
That is right. I forgot about that.
Oh goodness.
No.
Round off our year, we take a look at different holiday lore and traditions from around the world. And there's some interesting ones. That was the gnomes. That was the fucking gnomes.
I'm pulling up the thing. Let's see. The Yule Lads?
Yes.
That's Iceland. That's the trolls, not gnomes.
Yeah. Same difference.
No, not really. Not really. The Yule Cat. Yule Cat.
Yes. Oh, goodness. All right. 531 musical challenge. The start of 2022. Welcome to season 4. This month we talk about our plans for the new year ahead, and we take a second stab at the TikTok trend that Megan found. So that was us going back to 5 for vague descriptions.
Yeah.
We just went to 531.
Books I've read. Where is this? Where am I?
Gallant.
That's where I am.
The girls have had themselves a fun week, so join us as we unwind and have some fun with some Valentine's Day games and topics.
I think that ended in BuzzFeed quizzes also.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That tracks. Oh,
Yeah.
PowerPoint Wars.
Tumblr has ruined a lot of things. That is accurate. What were those?
I'm pulling mine up as we speak. Mine was too many fucking nicknames in the NHL, and then it literally was about all the the cats' nicknames, i.e., all of like the Florida Panthers nicknames. Oh god! Oh, I'm gonna cry. This still has Hornquist, Huberto, and Weaker on it. Oh, continue. Achari. Honorable mentions from the enemies.
Oh no, I remember making this. Oh no.
I also still love how I have the Rats of the NHL as a slide, and it just still tracks so good. And Matthew Kachuk's being the Rat King is more... oh, damn it, I thought I wore that one. Is way more hilarious because I now have a shirt that the Panthers sell that has Matthew Kachuk on it, and it literally says the Rat King on it.
Nice.
So...
do you remember what my PowerPoint was?
I don't. Oh, no.
It was the power dynamic.
Oh my god, that's right!
Yeah, the what is it? The ability for a person to completely incapacitate another person with a look or their voice, aka they make your legs go jelly very easily. And I had wrestlers, and I had actors.
I forgot about that.
I still
forgot
stand
about
by
that.
this list. Oh,
That's
that makes me so
fair.
sad. That makes me so sad. Bray's on my
Yeah, I was
list.
gonna say Bray's on that
no.
list, isn't he? Okay, moving on before we cry. High functioning trauma response. Yeah. That tracks. This is the one where we just light. This is the one where we just fucking rambled because we both were just so out of it.
Yeah, because you talked about hockey, I talked about AEW, and then we just went
We just went for it, yeah. And then this is the unsung heroes of the LGBTQIA plus community. This is the one where you did with Adam.
And Adam. Yeah. And Adam got a history of all the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Because I did that with him. Okay. I knew there was one that you weren't in. Alright.
Hockey,
And
depression,
then
and RTX.
Yep, that was after I spent the weekend at RTX for my birthday. And you were in depression because of post-hockey playoffs.
Because 22, I think, is when we lost to Tampa? No. Yeah, I think so.
You were close and you hadn't gotten into the finals.
No. We only got to the finals last year. 22 was, I think, we lost to Tampa in the second round. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So hockey depression manifested. And then, which then stemmed to make the August episode, which was Laura's hockey depression is so So I literally have the PowerPoint right here. Laura's deep into hockey depression, so she's forcing Megan to learn about it, and it's now everyone's problem. And it's literally, oh my god, this is literally the best, like, primer of a thing. Oh my god, all my pictures. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
So that
RIP that flavor of Truly that I'm never able to get at a game anymore.
So that episode stemmed into Laura taught Megan about hockey, which I spelled hockey wrong. So now Laura gets to learn about football, which would end up with me telling you all the rules and stuff about football.
Yeah. Also, I remember because oh god, wait, when did Matthew get traded? Matthew got traded then? Yes? Hold, I need to double check the date of a Matthew Tkachuk trade. Trade to Florida. Okay, yes. Because I said yes and then undid what I was looking at. What date was this? 22, yeah. So the hockey depression was happening, and we mentioned it in that July podcast episode. And I remember mentioning this goes back to before the August one, but I remember mentioning of how I would love to have Matthew Tkachuk on the Florida Panthers, but I don't know what it would cost. And then we stemmed to literally the August, not literally that night is when the Matthew Tkachuk trade gets announced of him getting traded to the Florida Panthers for Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar, and like a conditional draft pick. And that next podcast episode was, how did I manifest that? Literally not even 12 hours later, I get a fucking notification at like 11 o'clock at night. Like, the fuck? Okay. Moving on.
You were so happy about that.
I was so happy, but also sobbing because I loved Huberdeau so much. You taught me about football. Suffice to say, I don't remember much. However, I now have another friend group who is trying to get me into football via Nick Bosa. So, something I'll track there somewhere. We may be going to a Dolphins game at some point, so that'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
She says,
the Dolphins are getting better.
I honestly, South Florida I don't know about the Marlins. I don't know who the fuck the coach is for the Marlins. I don't really care. But McDaniels and
Marlins is baseball.
Correct. I know.
Okay.
I was getting to the football bit, babe. McDaniels, I love him. His interviews are so unhinged. Just like Paul Maurice's, who's the coach for the Florida Panthers, his are also so unhinged. And it's just, it embodies South Florida in general of being so done with the fucking media. Yeah. Because if you see some of the interviews from both Paul and McDaniels, it's like, this is the funniest fucking shit ever.
McDaniels was at a Panthers game.
Yes, he was at game 1, which I'm so upset because he did the drum for game 1. But some of them have been there periodically, so it's like game 2, literally right across from where my seats are, in like on the club level, was Ariana Grande.
Oh.
And her mom and like her boyfriend and shit, which is hilarious. And also, anyone who's like, oh, why are we showing her this? She's from Boca. She went to Panthers games growing up. Fucking shut up about it. Okay, continue. Sorry. Sorry. Everyone's like, oh, she's just getting into this. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Halloween BuzzFeed quizzes.
Another BuzzFeed quizzes. We did all the spooky BuzzFeed
quizzes. Apparently, this month, because life decided to send a hailstorm of lemons at us, Megan and Laura decided to do Halloween BuzzFeed quizzes.
I don't even remember what happened.
I don't remember either.
That is what it is.
And then we go back down the wiki hole.
As we should.
Hold the guys and ask for some nouns so that we could get from one page to another, and it ends so well.
It ends somewhere.
Yeah.
So
okay, this is when we started doing Christmas presents with each other.
Yeah, so Mrs. Claus and the Grinch sit down to a podcast. I was the Grinch in this situation, 100%.
Yeah, like you can guess who was who. Yep, and then our logo changed again. Here's the season 5. And just talked about what happened over the last month and a half, because we pre-recorded December.
Yes, we did, because we did the rabbit hole and then we pre-recorded December.
Yeah. And then we did back to elementary school. This is when we did MASH.
Oh my god. I totally forgot we did MASH.
Yeah, and that was because it was Valentine's and we wanted to do something,
Yeah.
Google Translate song. We should have revisited this one. That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. That was so hilarious, honestly.
That was a good one. All right.
Life hit us
really hard, which was because we had to skip April.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course I plug my brother's podcast because why not?
Oh, hey, look, another quiz episode and general chaos.
Yep. What we didn't expect to be checked off of our bingo cards. Oh, this is because 2023 was blowing up.
Yeah.
And we did Sporkle quizzes. That was a good one. I don't remember what happened, but who is Wrestling Daddy?
Yeah.
I still have that spreadsheet. I still have that bracket.
As you should.
Yeah. Friendship bracelets are invading everything. It's Laura's birth month, and she's running the show this week. We talk about Megan's vacation to Disney, Laura's never-ending escapades at Universal, and how both are going broke from the concert circuit, and how friendship bracelets seem to be bleeding over into Halloween Horror Nights and other musicians from the Arrows tour. Thanks, Swifties.
This is literally right after, because you went to Jonas Brothers.
Yes, and I had all the
friendship bracelets. I was in the Horror Nights making friendship bracelets because we were going for Horror Nights, I think, literally in 2 weeks. I think this is also right after I got tickets for Taylor this year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're going to Taylor.
I'm going to Taylor in October.
Nice. And then we go to another wiki rabbit hole.
As normal. And then we go... Oh, this is one of the ones where Craig was being a fuck ass, too.
Yeah, Craig was being a bitch.
So for those of you who don't know, whenever we reference Craig, Craig is how we record. Essentially, it is I don't want to say plug-in, but it's an add-on to Discord servers and stuff like that. So you put him in whatever voice channel and he'll record it, and then you'll get the audio files.
And sometimes Craig wants to work with us, and other times Craig doesn't want to work with us.
He attempts.
Yeah, he tries. He tries his best. Let's get spooky with it. Between Halloween Horror Nights and the New Heights podcast, it's been an eventful month. Oh, that's right. That's when I got mentioned on New Heights.
Yeah, and then that's when I went to Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Speaking of Horror Nights,
and then we talked about phobias.
Oh, fun. No, Horror Nights. Our Horror Nights sibling trip is planned. It has been planned. It's been mostly paid for. Mostly. Nice. My credit card's not happy about it, but we decided, because dates lined up perfectly, that we are doing our RIP tour, which is our front of the line, like all 10 houses, like in a group thing, on Friday the 13th.
Hey!
Because, obviously, because I noticed that was a date available. I'm like, hey, do we just want to do it Friday the 13th? So we're doing...
Might as well.
Oh, yeah, and then we're going to be getting, once they drop, we're getting our frequent fear passes, so that we can go... If they do the September one only, we're going to get the September one. If not, we'll get the one for all the time. So that September, we can just go up periodically whenever and just go fucking ham, essentially. And then October, when it gets real busy, we won't go, or we'll do, a one-off with, a friend group or something. But
nice.
All planned out, have the hotel ready. Everything's essentially paid for. Once hockey season's over, then I can start paying stuff down, because playoffs puts a strain on my wallet, because as you've seen from my Instagram, I've been going to every playoff game, and that is because I again opted in for our Stripe, which is you pay by round, it's a set price for the tickets, all of that. So for 4 potential games in the final round, I paid $750 total.
Ay.
You say that, however, people are paying upwards of $900 for one game.
Yeah.
Our seats where we are, they're literally, I think the row behind us, they were going for $1,200 a ticket.
Oh, wow.
If I did not care as much, I would have sold one of those tickets. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That would have, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But if they don't go all 4 games, I get that money back. So it is, I I think for us it was like $180, I think, a ticket. Whereas the first couple rounds were not that bad. I think I was paying like $200, $300 a round, and then it jumped up real high this last round, obviously, because it's the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I enjoy it. It's the only thing I spend money on, and it's fine. Another PowerPoint battle.
Another PowerPoint battle. This one, you gave me some Florida education with animals in Florida.
Yes.
Animals and bugs.
Animals that make Florida scary.
Ugh. Yeah, and then I gave some NFL opinions, which was the most attractive people in the NFL.
That was hilarious. The duality of us is hilarious to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You got more into hockey. I got way more into football as the years have progressed.
Yeah.
All right, and then Merry Christmas from Tea and Twits.
That one was us literally opening presents and just saying, we'll be back in the new year.
Yep. Lights, camera, action, which is the start of this year.
We're now this year and
on YouTube
these
and
recordings.
You can listen to us on Spotify. Yep. It's getting hot in here, so let's hurt ourselves.
That's when my AC...
both injured.
And my AC was out for a month.
Yep. This is when you burned yourself at Hot Pot.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. I still have the scar.
Yeah, and I was in my sling.
You were in your sling because of Brooklyn.
Yep. It wasn't even Brooklyn. I hurt myself getting off the fucking couch.
Yes, and then Brooklyn aggravated it when she pulled on the leash.
Yeah, because the rabbit. TikTok, get your shit together. This is when everything was the same 4 goddamn songs.
TikTok, still get your shit together because I'm getting videos from 2023 on my thing and not new ones.
Yeah,
and
me
it's
too.
Annoying. And it's also ones I've already fucking liked and commented on. So I'm like, okay, what are you trying to suppress now? It's Palestine. Right. I know exactly what you're trying to suppress.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking stupid shit.
So
then we leave off with this. Oh, God. I did not realize we did so many different topics. Truly.
Right? We've hit a lot of different stuff. It just seems like it was the same couple of things just because, it's just us sitting down and talking.
That's fair. That's fair.
But, it's been a good run. Like, we've had fun over the last 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And
who's to say in however many years we don't pick this back up, too? Be real.
Yeah. I think the only things that are coming down are TikTok because I don't have the stamina to pay to edit the clip.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
And TikTok's coming down, Instagram's coming down, and then the shop is because the shop didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
The
videos will still be there.
Stay up. Spotify will still stay up, and YouTube will still stay up because that's going to be forever anyway. So who knows? Maybe we will revisit. Maybe do a one-off episode or something. Maybe we'll just do Christmas or whatever. Whenever we ever get a chance.
Do 2 podcasts a year every 6 months. July and December.
I mean, I'm cool with that because
we'll figure it out.
Like we said at the top, our schedules got fucked when we started getting jobs that are outside of the house.
I think quite legitimately one of the reasons why we didn't do a podcast, I can't remember last month or the month before, was literally because I had to come home from work to do something for the CEO of our company. Like, truly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because that was April. That's when it got rescheduled the first time.
Yeah.
And then something happened on my end, and I just could not.
We just said, fuck it, we'll wait.
Yeah. We said, fuck it, we'll wait. And then I brought it up in May of, do we want to keep continuing to try?
Because we literally could not find a single free moment in a month. We could not find a free moment. Yeah. Which is insane to me. But,
I mean,
the horrors of growing up, everyone.
Right. So let's see. 2019, when we started, God, I turned 31 in 2 weeks. Oh my God. How old was I when we started? It would have been 23?
Something like that. Because I turned 21 the second year we did this, so.
Okay, so it wasn't 23, because you're, how young,
I'm 20.
How old are you now?
I'm 25 right now. I'll be 26 in August.
Okay, so.
Because James just turned 30.
Okay, so you're 5 years younger than me. So
31.
yeah, because you turned 26 a month after I turned 31. So 5 years. So you would have been, because you were still in your teens. You were 19.
I was 19. We started in
started
2019, January of 2019. So yeah.
God, I feel old.
Wait, goes back to the list to see what. No, goes back to the list to see when 21 was, because then that'll have a better.
Right. 21, I think, was 2021.
Hold. No, 21 was 19. So the first year we did this, I was 21. I was 20 and then turned 21.
Okay. So then I was 20. I was 25 turning 26.
Yeah. Because I turned 21 that year. You turned 26 that year.
Yeah.
That tracks. Okay. I think
So
what also kind of, I don't want to say muddles it, but what like blurs it is because we also did Twit stuff for so long that it was.
Yeah.
I think I was 18 when we did Twit stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, because we became friends, gosh, in 2016.
Something like that.
Something like that. Because I was when I moved
senior.
to Newton,
I was a senior in
doing,
2016, so that tracks.
Because we just started doing wrestling, fantasy wrestling.
Yeah.
And then we split out, and then the guys invited us to do their stuff because the fuckhead that was running.
Because we had a heel turn and then decided.
Yeah. So, gosh, we're going on almost 10 full years.
Something like that.
It'll be 10 years, and at 10 years, we've been friends for 8 years.
Ugh. God. Again, time is a social construct.
It is. Just, like, it really is.
The fact that it's been that long is insane to me. Truly. I'm just thinking of all the things that have changed in 8 years.
Yeah. I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times?
Something like that.
5 times in 6 years?
I mean, we'll be moving shortly, most likely, because of the fuckheads in our apartment. Yeah. That's a whole nother thing I don't want to get into right now, because it literally gives me hives to talk about.
Oy.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to...
Do we want to do Final Ballroom?
Huh?
Do we want to do Final Ballroom?
Yeah. Go ahead. You start.
Oh, great. I had something open and I lost it. I feel like, in general, I have to put a Taylor Swift song on here, strictly from the new album. So, The Prophecy by Taylor Swift, because that just tracks.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. Let's see. Can I spell is the question? I can. Great job, me. Add to playlist Ballroom. And then I have a secondary one, too, but I figured we'll go one after the other.
I think the one that I've been really stuck on, I've been listening to Meghan Trainor's new album. So, it's Whoops. Just, it's so fucking catchy. And then it's all over my TikTok, and I'm not bothered by it.
I feel like I've listened to that.
It's, whoops, you messed up.
Yes.
Run around like you got caught. I love her. And I love the fact that she did a song on the album with Lawrence, because they are fantastic, and I love them.
That's fair. In other Laura fashion, we are doing another Taylor Swift song. Naturally. But it is Long Live Taylor's version, obviously, because we don't do anything but Taylor's version in this household.
Right.
But I think Long Live just kind of embodies podcast in general. Hello, will you please fucking work with me here, Spotify? No? Okay, great. Love that.
Ooh, I need to do that one. Okay.
I need to do that one. Okay. Oh, God. Terrified.
No, it's nothing bad. So I found this song on TikTok, and I immediately saved it to my Spotify. It's called Never Been Small by Jennarie. Jennarie. And I listened to it and I'm like, someone wrote a fucking song about me and I love it. And it's beautiful.
Never Been Small? There
Never Been Small. It's so good. Just like her voice is so smooth and I love it. It's so good.
And then I think we have to. Where is it? There it is. I think we have to leave off with the songs that are in the thumbnail.
Yeah. So we have Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy. And then we also have Helena by My Chemical Romance. Because it's just the most fitting way to end.
It is. It truly is. Where is this? No, I want the one that has the parentheses in it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Me trying to do playlists so I don't forget immediately. That is the most hilarious thing. With the addition of that last song, the playlist is now an hour and 1 minute.
Yes. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for those that have been here since the beginning, for those that joined midway, and if this is your first episode, you know,
go back and listen. You got 6 years worth of stuff.
I mean, if you've heard our synopsis of all the other episodes, go back and listen to them, because why not? Like we said, we may do just one-off episodes, but as far as a consistent thing, Tea and Twits is ending. Because we're growing up, and we have too much stuff going on in life to be able to devote the amount of time that we need to this. So we thank you guys. It's been fun just getting to ramble into the universe. Laura, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I think you've summed it up like normal. You know, I suck at closing things out. The one time I had to do it was never a good thing.
We love you guys. Be kind to each other. Survive the summer. We will see you when we see you. Goodbye.
Bye.